At one of the most famous restaurants in the world, there's a table in the corner where the most incredible conversations on the planet are happening every week with owner Ruthie Rogers and amazing guests like Martha Stewart.
But I did have an affair with one of his best friends.
Jimmy Fallon.
Do you want a zip line over your dad while he gets attacked by alligators?
And Paul McCartney.
John and I hitchhiked to Paris.
We've saved you a seat. Ruthie's Table 4. Listen to Ruthie's Table 4 on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, it's Jenna Ushkowitz.
And Kevin McHale.
Hosts of And That's What You Really Missed podcast.
We're reliving the magic of McKinley High by watching all 6 seasons of Glee.
We have exclusive interviews with some of your favorite Glee cast members like Chris Colfer, Amber Riley, Darren Criss, Heather Morris, Alex Newell, and so many more.
Meet us in the choir room while we reveal our greatest memories and untold stories.
Listen to And That's What You Really Missed podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
A small town with secrets hidden for centuries.
You turn up in Danville just as the town sees its first real crime in decades.
And a curious stranger who may be their only chance for survival.
I'm talking about the murder and disappearance in small town New Hampshire. What do you think?
This is Consumed, an all-new supernatural audio thriller inspired by the novel by Aaron Mahnke.
I did not wake up this morning prepared to deal with forces beyond my understanding.
Please, I call that breakfast.
Listen to Consumed on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's time
to catch a cheater.
Only on the Jubal Show.
It's time for To Catch a Cheater, and Michelle is on the phone today. She thinks that her husband of 3 years might be cheating on her, so we're going to see if we can catch him. But first, let's find out why. Michelle, what's going on with you and your husband?
Hey, so kind of weird, but I found this text from this woman. Let me just back up a little bit. So we've always been close, but sometimes to a fault, we're a little too comfortable with each other. But that's why I'm so confused, because I feel like we know everything about each other, you know? So last week I was in the kitchen getting something and I saw his phone on the counter, which is totally normal. We always leave our phones everywhere. So it wasn't that weird, but there was a message open from this girl named Samantha. And I don't know Samantha. I don't know that he knows a Samantha. And the preview, the text preview popped up that said, "Hey, sexy, what are you wearing?"
Oh. Was it a joke? I text that to people a lot.
That's kind of what I'm hoping. Maybe it was you. I don't know.
Oh, sorry. What was your man's name again? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
But so he's never mentioned a Samantha before, and I didn't know what to do. So I didn't say anything to Chris, but I just kind of left the room, and I came back a little later to get a drink, and his phone was still sitting there. So I picked it up, I opened it, and I clicked on the message from Samantha, and he hadn't replied to that last text, but then I scrolled up a few more messages, and there was this picture of Samantha, almost completely nude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we got a problem.
Yeah. Then there was a text after that asking Chris, something like, "You sure you don't want some of this, you dirty boy?"
Oh.
Chris texted back, "Ha, sure, sweet cheeks." I'm
okay.
really confused what's happening. Yeah. I'm just honestly in shock, and I really would love your help figuring out what happened.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, it definitely sounds, that sounds guilty. I don't know how you make that make sense.
Well, it sounds like she wants him for sure. It's just, how far is he participating? I mean, other than the sweet cheeks, which is still bad.
Yeah.
I'm not okay with sweet cheeks, but I mean, maybe it didn't, cross over into physical or anything like that. I don't know.
Right. So actually, I did ask him who Samantha was, and he told me just about that first preview message that I saw. So he wasn't totally lying, but he didn't say anything about the picture, and I didn't bring it up either. It's just all really weird. He was kind of laughing it all off. I don't know what to think of any of it.
So, what did he say about it?
He laughed, and then he said it was just some lonely old broad. That's what he said. Lonely old broad that needs attention, something like that.
Oh.
Nothing to worry about, he said. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
that's not a cool package.
Yeah, that's very dismissive, too. Nothing to worry about. I mean, if she was on the other foot and you were getting a picture from a naked dude or almost naked dude, I'm sure he would be like, that's something to worry about.
He was just brushing it off.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, you can't control what other people are going to do, right? Like, people are going to send, I mean, you should stop it. That would be the right thing to do. But a lot of people feel validated in that. So, again, it's not okay, but it might not actually be cheating.
Let's figure it out. Already gave us the grocery store that he's a rewards card member at. We'll play a song, come back, get your To Catch a Cheater next.
At one of the most famous restaurants in the world, there's a table in the corner where the most incredible conversations on the planet are happening every week with owner Ruthie Rogers and amazing guests like Martha Stewart.
But I did have an affair with one of his best friends.
Jimmy Fallon.
Do you want a zip line over your dad while he gets attacked by alligators?
And Paul McCartney.
John and I hitchhiked to Paris.
We've saved you a seat. Ruthie's Table 4. Listen to Ruthie's Table 4 on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
911, what's your emergency?
You have to send someone.
What's going on?
Well, whatever it is, that's our entire emergency force on the way somewhere.
They're saying there's a body in the woods.
Excuse me, I don't seem to recognize you.
That's because I'm not from here.
A small town stuck in the past.
There's only one cell tower, and currently it's out of order.
With secrets hidden for centuries.
We hear things, you know, when they whisper or when they think they're alone.
And a curious stranger who may be their only chance for survival.
I'm talking about the murder and disappearance in small town New Hampshire. What do you think?
I'm sorry, have you ever listened to a single true crime podcast?
You turn up in Danville just as the town sees its first real crime in decades.
This is Consumed, an all-new supernatural audio thriller inspired by the novel by Aaron Mahnke.
I did not wake up this morning prepared to deal with forces beyond my understanding.
Please, I call that breakfast.
Listen to Consumed on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, it's Jenna Ushkowitz.
And Kevin McHale.
Hosts of And That's What You Really Missed podcast.
We're reliving the magic of McKinley High by watching all 6 seasons of Glee.
Whether you were Team Rachel, shipped Kurt and Blaine, or couldn't get enough of Sue Sylvester's zingers, we've got you covered.
Join us every week as we dive deep into the world of show choirs and teenage drama. We're breaking down every episode from the highs of nationals to the lows of slushy attacks.
We have exclusive interviews with some of your favorite Glee cast members like Chris Colfer, Amber Riley, Darren Criss, Heather Morris, Alex Newell, and so many more.
Plus, we're taking you behind the scenes with the creators, writers, producers, and crew members like Ryan Murphy, Ian Brennan, and executive music producer Adam Anders.
We're even getting the chance to chat with the music icons whose songs were featured on the show, from the Go-Go's to Jason Mraz to Rick Springfield.
Meet us in the choir room while we reveal our greatest memories and untold stories.
Listen to And That's What You Really Miss podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's time
to catch a cheater.
Only on the Jubal Show.
If you're just joining us for To Catch a Cheater, Michelle is on the phone and she thinks that her husband of 3 years might be cheating, and we're about to call him and pretend to be from the grocery store where he's a rewards card member and say that every single month we choose one rewards card member at random who gets free flowers delivered from our floral department, and we'll see if he sends those flowers to Michelle or to somebody else. But before we do that, Michelle, why don't you refresh everybody's memory on your situation with your husband right now?
Sure. So I caught my husband texting this woman named Samantha. She sent like an almost nude photo and it was very flirty. And then when I asked him who the hell is Samantha, he laughed it off, brushed it off, and said that she's just some lonely old woman in an unhappy marriage who needs attention, and said it's nothing to worry about. So we're going to find out.
All right, here we go. You ready?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
All right, cool. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, my name is Jubal. I'm calling from... I was looking for our rewards card member named Chris.
Yeah, speaking.
Chris, please don't hang up. This is not a marketing phone call. I'm calling to let you know that you're this month's big winner. Congratulations.
Okay. Yeah, cool. What's up?
maybe you don't know, but every single month we choose one rewards card member who gets free flowers delivered from our floral department. Absolutely free. I've said that a couple times now, just so you know it's free. And what you've won is 36 long stem red roses, a box of candy, and a card to be delivered anywhere in the United States. Absolutely on us. We do flower delivery now. We're trying to get the word out about that, but also say thank you very much for shopping with us.
Oh, yeah. All right, cool. So,
here's how it works. So you'll get confirmations of everything so you know that it's absolutely free. And what we can do is I can take the information in just a few minutes over the phone. If you knew who you wanted to send them to right now, we could do that.
Yeah, I mean, all right. I mean, this is legit.
Yeah, like I said, you'll get confirmation of everything.
All right, awesome. So what do you need from me?
First, I would need the first and the last name of the person you want to send them to, and then anything you might want to put on a card, and then the address.
All right. I mean, I know I want to send them to my wife, Michelle. So,
okay. And then, anything on a card you want to put with that?
Yeah. I'm stupid in love with you, lady. I got some free yo, enjoy. If you say that.
That's funny. Chris, I also have to let you know that your wife, Michelle, is actually on the phone.
Oh, what? Michelle.
Hi, baby.
That was so.
Chris, this is actually the Jubal Show. It's a radio show. My name's Jubal.
Hi, I'm Nina making noises over here. I'm sorry, that was funny. Hi, I'm Victoria.
And we do a segment on the show called To Catch a Cheater, where if you suspect your significant other might be sleeping around, we try to see who they send flowers to. So that's why your wife is on the phone.
What? All right. Yeah. Okay. That was weird. I knew someone was up. Next one.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Well, oh my God, Michelle, what is this? To catch a cheer? You're such a moron. What is this? What are you even doing?
I'm not a moron. I was just seeing what you would do. We had that whole thing about Samantha, so I was seeing if you were gonna send flowers to Samantha.
Oh my God! Oh my God! All right. I thought I put out that flyer.
Yeah, what's the story with that? So Michelle told us a little bit about it. It sounds super shady to me.
Oh, I thought you got the drift that it was completely nothing. All right, you know who Samantha is? Rudy.
No.
Rudy is Samantha. Okay.
Who's Rudy?
Rudy is, he's like my best friend, and he's great, but he married someone who, how would you describe Beth? I describe her as not my favorite person. She's a real pain in the butt.
She's a little mean, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's basically in a prison. She has the gals over for Sex in the City night, right? And she makes this is her party night. This is her social. He's cleaning up everything. I don't know how she bamboozled him or whatever, but he's scrambling every week. He probably has an apron on to vacuum and get everything right and mow.
Wait, he gets it ready and stuff too?
What does this have to do with Samantha?
Yeah.
I know, right?
Okay. So, Sex in the City, he's basically Samantha. He's such a Samantha. So I basically just said, boom, you are Samantha. I changed his name.
For somebody who never saw Sex in the City, what does a Samantha mean?
Samantha is just basically a servant, I guess.
No, she's not. She's she's the one that's forever single. She's super successful and a little bit promiscuous and just kind of
that's
fantastic.
The main character. This is Sarah Jessica Parker.
No, it's Kim Cattrall.
Oh, that one. Okay.
The redhead? No, that's Miranda.
No.
You're taking the wrong point away from my
story. Totally, because I don't get it.
What's the point that we're supposed to be getting, Chris?
So the girls come over and they're drinking and laughing and watching Sex in the City and not even just the new stuff, I guess. They're going back, or if they're not watching that, they're watching the new spinoff, all this crap. Anyway, he's got the house in showroom condition pretty much. So I changed his name to Samantha in my phone, And, he's basically like just a captive these days. And he's like in hell. So, yeah, I call him the lonely old broad who needs attention.
Was he just sending you those as a joke then?
Yeah. Michelle, don't go through my phone and you won't have these little freakouts.
Oh, so it's my fault.
You can't understand how she would be like, you didn't tell her it was Rudy.
Just dug your own rabbit hole.
Right.
But like, why couldn't we just have told her that from the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know you were going to be like, I don't know, doing espionage on my, my personal phone. Babe, again, I love you, you crazy little moron. Just, you don't have to.
I love you too. That's why I was like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Wow, you guys live in a cool world.
Yeah. I'm glad you found out that he's not cheating, Michelle. And I'm glad you're not cheating, Chris.
I'm not cheating. I wouldn't rule it out ever. No, just kidding. I'm not cheating, babe. I'm not going to cheat on you. I'm, like I said, I love you.
I love you too. Now I think we need to watch Sex and the City so you can really learn who Samantha is.
But I also really think that Rudy should forever be referred to as Samantha, even by you, Michelle.
Oh, I'm going to start calling him Sam.
Because then there we go.
Well, I'm glad that this worked out, and
the weirdest way.
Kind of a weird thing, but whatever. Tell Samantha we said hi.
Sorry to drag you guys into this.
No, it's okay. That was a fun ride. I'm glad it's all good.
The Jubal Show's To Catch a Cheater.
At one of the most famous restaurants in the world, there's a table in the corner where the most incredible conversations on the planet are happening every week with owner Ruthie Rogers and amazing guests like Martha Stewart.
But I did have an affair with one of his best friends.
Jimmy Fallon.
Do you want a zip line over your dad while he gets attacked by alligators?
And Paul McCartney.
John and I hitchhiked to Paris.
We've saved you a seat. Ruthie's Table 4. Listen to Ruthie's Table 4 on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
A small town with secrets hidden for centuries.
You turn up in Danville just as the town sees its first real crime in decades.
And a curious stranger who may be their only chance for survival.
I'm talking about the murder and disappearance in small town New Hampshire. What do you think?
This is Consumed, an all-new supernatural audio thriller inspired by the novel by Aaron Mahnke.
I did not wake up this morning prepared to deal with forces beyond my understanding.
Please, I call that breakfast.
Listen to Consumed on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, it's Jenna Ushkowitz.
And Kevin McHale.
Hosts of And That's What You Really Missed podcast.
We're reliving the magic of McKinley High by watching all 6 seasons of Glee.
We have exclusive interviews with some of your favorite Glee cast members like Chris Colfer, Amber Riley, Darren Criss, Heather Morris, Alex Newell, and so many more.
Meet us in the choir room while we reveal our greatest memories and untold stories.
Listen to And That's What You Really Missed podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.